Rajouri, Samba, Poonch. In the dead of night, the silence of the Jammu border is broken, but not by gunfire. It is broken by a persistent mechanical hum. In the international arena, the rumors are already spreading. Is India on the verge of a second massive retaliatory strike? Is Operation Sindoor 2.0 imminent? The answer is no. This isn't the start of a new war. It is something far more calculated. It is a silent war. Act 1. The signaling mission. Pakistan has once again deployed drones in the Rajouri and Samba sectors. While these machines appear harmless on the surface, the Indian armed forces see them for what they truly are: strategic probing operations. Since the original Operation Sindoor, Pakistan's drone strategy has split into two distinct paths. The first is utility missions. Applying lessons learned from the Punjab border, Pakistan is attempting to build a narcotics and weapons supply chain, hoping to expand these tactics across the entire Kashmir Valley. The second is far more subtle: signaling operations. The drones spotted recently were empty. They entered Indian territory and returned without dropping a single payload. Their purpose was pure reconnaissance. By sending these ghosts into our airspace, Pakistan intends to identify which Indian radars are activated, monitor troop movements, and observe the exact altitudes at which the Indian military triggers its response. They are mapping the invisible grid of India's defense. Act 2. Gray Zone Warfare. This is gray zone warfare, actions that fall in the murky shadow between normal peace and all-out war. To understand this, we must look at two specific military tools: salami slicing and decision fatigue. Salami slicing is the strategy of incrementalism. If you send a fighter jet, you start a war, but a small, cheap drone is below the threshold of a major conflict. By sending them daily, the aggressor attempts to make their presence a new normal. This is a tactic learned from the north. Just as China moves fences a few meters at a time in the Himalayas, Pakistan is attempting silent salami slicing in the air, claiming a right of presence in the airspace over the line of control. Act 3. The psychological attrition. But the deeper threat is psychological: decision fatigue. Every time a drone is detected, the military must act. Radars are activated, jammers are scrambled, and ground troops are alerted. Doing this 24/7, month after month, is mentally and physically exhausting. Pakistan is banking on the cry wolf effect. If they send 99 empty drones, they hope the personnel on the ground will eventually become desensitized. They are waiting for the 100th time, the moment when the drone is actually carrying a high-value payload, and the reaction is just a split second too slow. Epilogue: the long game. Pakistan's military is essentially trying to automate the threat. By using cheap technology, they hope to force the Indian military into a lopsided economic and psychological battle. But the Indian Army is a professional force. Their challenge is to remain professionally paranoid, to treat the 1,000th drone with the same level of lethal intent as the first. These incursions are preparatory. Pakistan is accumulating intelligence to exploit global uncertainty, but they fail to realize one thing: India's response may be so decisive that it could once again alter the very geography of the region.